Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Dr. Leanna Manuel and I'm here to do some more tapping with you today. If you decide to tap along with me, please remember that you are responsible for taking care of your own health and well-being. And I encourage you to check out the disclaimer that's noted at drleannamanuel.com/disclaimer. I trust you. Take care of yourselves. If you start to feel upset, stop tapping. And certainly if you have any questions or concerns, please send me a message on the website link and I'll try to get back to you. So today I wanted to do some tapping specifically about food and maybe some distorted thoughts about food. Now, I don't want to freak you out, but I'm going to share some of my own distorted thoughts about food because I've been noticing that something has been creeping back in that had been gone for me for quite several years actually. And the past few weeks maybe, when I've been packing my lunches for work in the morning, I've been noticing that some less than desirable thoughts had been entering my mind. And so I wanted to just go ahead. This will be the first time I've tapped on them since I became aware of them. I was sort of saving it to share with you. So I'm not working off of a script or anything like that. I'm just going to tap with whatever comes into my mind and show you how I do it. One of the things that I had noticed many years ago when I started my weight loss journey was that I had this feeling of food scarcity, I guess is what I would call it, where I would be really, really afraid that I would become hungry. Now, I don't remember any periods in my life where I ever went without food, was starving or anything. But for some reason, I seem to have this inside fear of being hungry. Now that became more intense for me when I went gluten-free because you can't always just find whatever you want out there. You know, can't go to McDonald's or places like that if you happen to catch yourself without food. And so I would carry snacks and things with me so that I would always be prepared and not be tempted to eat things that I shouldn't eat. And I thought that that was really what was driving it. So then I did all the things that I would normally recommend to somebody to do, like pack snacks, make sure you have something in your car, anything that would keep you safe. And it seemed to go away for a while. Then when I found out about all my other food allergies, it came back full force because it became even more difficult to come up with food to eat on the fly. And so I had to do a lot of tapping about that. But I've been eating this allergen-free diet for several years now. I know how to manage it. I know what I can eat. I know what I can grab at a grocery store, at a fast food restaurant that's relatively safe. So there is no really good logical reason why I would start to worry about getting hungry or not having food with me. So I was packing my lunch. And I had packed a large salad. I had chicken to go on it. I had salad dressing. I had fruit for later. Even had a snack for at work. And mind you, I only work 8-hour shifts. But I started getting really, really anxious about what if I didn't have enough food packed. And I take a jug of iced tea with me. And it was, what if I don't have enough with me to drink? Well, that's just hogwash. There is a canteen where I work. I can easily go down and buy iced tea or water. I'm not going to die of thirst if I don't pack enough. If I didn't have enough food, I could go down and buy a bag of almonds if I was really hungry. But the chance of me truly being physically hungry with a large salad and a piece of fruit and a snack for my day is really, really unlikely. So it had to be something else. If you've been following my blog for a while, you probably know that I'm fairly stressed out at work. It's not my dream job. Doesn't mean that it's not important work. Doesn't mean I'm not good at it. It's just a very, very stressful environment. So I have to suspect that it's that stress that is probably driving at least part of it. So that's part number one. Part number two is that I have this danger period, and it starts the minute I get in my car after work, and it extends the entire drive home and probably the first 15 minutes when I get in the door. Now, it doesn't matter how late I ate my lunch or snack. It doesn't matter if I even eat a snack in the car on the way home, which I try not to do. That first little bit when I get home, I will literally put anything in my mouth I can find. And it's not necessarily that I'm looking for sweets or high starchy foods or anything like that. I will binge on chicken, carrots, anything that's handy. Although, granted, the less nutritious snacks are usually the ones that you can grab quickest and don't require you to prepare anything. So the fact that I'm worrying about my food before work and that I'm overeating immediately after work tells me that work and work stress is probably part of the issue. So when you have issues like this, that you're not doing what it is you know you need to do to handle your food, you're not able to follow your preset plans no matter how good your intentions, it's time to tap. So I'm going to take off my glasses. You'll be able to see me. I won't be able to see you. Funny joke, I know. But seriously, I won't be able to see the screen. So if I move around and get a little lost in the picture, I apologize. But without my glasses these days, I really only see shapes. So let's get tapping. So I'm going to start by tapping on my karate chop point. And remember, you can use either hand, doesn't matter. I'm just much more comfortable tapping using my right hand to tap with. And let's see where this goes. So even though I have this anxiety about food that I'm not really sure where it's coming from, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this food anxiety and feeling like there's just not going to be enough food and it scares me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and I'm open to some clarity about this. Even though I start worrying about food the minute I wake up, and I don't stop thinking about or eating food until right after I get home from work, I love and accept myself, including all of these crazy, crazy thoughts that are getting in the way of my health and happiness. Eyebrow, this food anxiety. Side of eye, I don't know where it's really coming from. Under the eye, I don't even know if it's important that I know where it's coming from. Under my nose, but I know I want it to stop. Chin, I don't want to feel anxious about food. Collarbone, I don't really even want to think that much about what I'm eating. Under my arm, sure, I want it to be healthy food. Top of head, I don't want it to be junk food. But beyond that, I'm really just thinking way too much about food. There's going to be enough food. And if for some strange reason my salad was spoiled, I dropped my chicken, my fruit was moldy, I could still get food. And I've gone longer than that without food before when I'm really interested in what I'm doing. I can go hours without eating, as long as I'm doing something that makes me happy. And I suspect, but don't really know, that that's part of the problem. I think I might be back to using food to try to manage unpleasant emotions. And I know there's a better way. I know tapping. Tapping doesn't take all that long. And I could use tapping when I'm packing my lunch in the morning. I could use tapping before I eat my lunch. I could use tapping when I'm driving home, although I don't recommend that to everybody. I could use tapping And when I'm in my car before I even walk in the door of the house. I could use tapping before I open my refrigerator. But there's this stubborn little part of me that doesn't want to do it. There's a part of me that doesn't want to deny myself that food pleasure. And that's really, I think, what this is about. We're talking about food pleasure. We're talking about me not being happy, feeling trapped, feeling like I should be happy because I've got a great job, and not knowing what to do with those feelings. I don't know why I won't tap on it. Well, to be kind to myself, I don't know why I wouldn't tap on it before. Obviously, I'm tapping on it now, which is a good first step. This food anxiety, this fear that I might have to feel my feelings if I didn't eat. This worry that without the food I might not be able to get through my day. This worry of feeling even worse if I didn't have food to comfort me. I choose to let go of my judgment about this. Even more than letting go of my worry, my judgment about this, my judgment about me because of what I'm doing is destructive, and I don't want it. So I choose to let go of the judgment and then be happy with myself, because that's a good first step. Letting go of the judgment. I'm allowed to not like the stress of my job. It's normal to seek things to make me feel better. I'm open to doing that in a way that doesn't jeopardize my health. I'm open to learning how to feel the feelings without necessarily turning to food to manage them. I feel confident I can do this. I've done it before. Somehow I just forgot. My body forgot. The emotional me forgot. And a whole heap of new stressors got piled on since I first learned how to manage my stress in other ways. I'm open to returning to the feeling of calm. I'm open to letting food just be food. I'm open to letting stress just be stress. And I'm open to continuing my exploration of this. Taking a deep breath and letting it out. Now, I don't know if you tapped along. Your issues are probably not the same as my issues. In fact, I hope your issues are not the same as my issues. But if you were tapping along, some of your issues around food and stress may have come up for you. I encourage you to keep tapping on those. And as you saw in my video, all you have to do is talk aloud. Let your intuition guide you, move through the points, stop if you need to, and just be open to whatever happens and keep talking like you're talking to a friend, because hopefully you are talking to a friend, and I'm hoping that you're your best friend. So that's it for today. If you have any thoughts or questions or comments about the video, I'd love to hear them, and I hope to see you again soon. Happy tapping! Bye-bye.